In Syracuse's 93-87 victory over Virginia Tech tonight, it was a clinic behind this line for Sophie Burrows. The guard went 8 for 12 from beyond the arc and scored a career-high 28 points.
Here inside Conte Forum this afternoon, it was Disney Day, but for Syracuse women's basketball, it was anything but magical. A 92-51 final scoreline against Boston College, which left SU head coach Felicia Legette-Jack saying the team just plainly got their butts kicked.
Syracuse fans, I know you watched a great game tonight. Syracuse scored over 60 points, but have you ever been on a wooden roller coaster before? You know how it gets really bumpy? I'm going to ask you to put your seatbelts on. 721. That's how many days it's been since Syracuse volleyball won its last ACC match. Well, that was up until today. On that mound, it was a rough season in 2024 for the Mets' #1 prospect, Brandon Sproat. A 7.5 ERA over 7 starts. But today marks a new chapter for the righty pitcher. Well, along with Hutt, there's no better time to step up than in crunch time. Being at the end of the season and the second to last game, it was the freshman Landon Darko with his first career goal that sealed the deal for the Orange. Syracuse women's basketball has had major success at the point guard position. First, it was Deasia Fair, who was the fastest player in program history to reach 1,000 points. Then this past season, Georgia Woolley averaged 16 per game. So the question now is, who's next? And the answer is Georgia's Aussie teammate, Sophie Burrows.
Some more people to be around this young lady here who I think is could be the face of this program, who's left it all out all year long. She kept the main thing, and she fought every single possession and every single day. So I'm proud of all of them, but I'm really proud of this young lady right here.
Change has been a huge factor for the sophomore her entire life. The guard has traveled across the world to play Division I women's basketball, and it's a transition that was certainly difficult.
Coming in as an international freshman, it was a big jump. This year I had that time under my belt, so I really just needed to come in with confidence and play with confidence for my team, and that was instilled in me through my coaches and my teammates, so I think that really helped me just get out on the floor and just play basketball.
And once she got comfortable, Burrows was lethal from beyond the arc, shooting nearly 40% from deep, and that was near the top of the NCAA. In one contest earlier this season, against Virginia Tech, Burrows shot 8 for 12 from distance, and after the game, Coach Jack just summed it up best.
She's just going to be the future of this team. She is so locked in. She's so special. She plays the game like it's a chess match. She doesn't play the game like a checker game. She really kind of absorbs what's going on and communicates with Georgia, and they help me run this team. I'm so proud of her.
In order to be that future, she has to lead her squad. So what did Burrows learn from Woolley this season?
I think Georgia is probably the most competitive person I've ever met. I mean, she'll fight you playing Monopoly. Just seeing her fight day in and day out through injury, through whatever she's going through, to be there and show up for our team, it's something that you don't get from a lot of players. So it's really inspiring to watch her fight for a team like that.
Now it's time to see what Sophie Burrows can do when the spotlight is on her next year. Josh Solomon, Citrus TV. The dirt, the nice cut grass, and sunny skies, you really can't ask for anything better here in Syracuse, New York. It means it's springtime, and it really means baseball is back. The Syracuse Mets last year went 78-71, just missing out from playoff contention. But manager Dick Scott says, well, in AAA, it's a whole new team and a whole new year.
Yeah, it's funny because we don't ever have the same team. And I'll be quite frank, I literally just met some of the guys on Tuesday when we got here. I saw them in camp, but I was in the major league side the whole spring. Some of these guys we signed late, but that's typical of AAA.
Scott knows that fans want wins, and he does too. But something that he also mentioned was it's not all about those wins and losses, but more mentoring those players at the AAA level so that they're ready eventually for the show.
The staff gets excited, the organization gets excited when we promote guys to the major leagues. I know the fans want to see wins, and so do we. We're not just coming here for just to kill time until somebody gets called up. But when they get called up, from a coaching standpoint, when you tell a player who's never gone to the major leagues before that today's his day, I mean, it's like the best feeling ever for them and also for us. So that's kind of why we're here, and I hope people understand that. It's like we are trying to win. We don't like to lose, but that's a big part of it as well, getting them ready for the major leagues.
The Syracuse Mets host their 2025 home opener today at 2. Reporting from MBT Bank Stadium, Josh Solomon, Citrus TV.
Syracuse fans, I know you watched a great game tonight. Syracuse scored over 60 points, but have you ever been on a wooden roller coaster before? You know how it gets really bumpy? I'm going to ask you to put your seatbelt on right now because it's going to be a bumpy ride coming up in this ACC schedule. Buckle up that seatbelt. Let's go into it a little bit. 2 of the next 3 games on the road. The first is down in Death Valley against a team that started the season in the top 5 being Clemson. You could talk about SMU. That game against a college football playoff team last season. A Georgia Tech team that when you've played them down in Atlanta, you're 0-3. And how about to end the season? Top 10 teams in Miami and Notre Dame. Both of those are on the road. So have fun tonight. Enjoy it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend of college football. But in weeks to come, I'm going to ask you with this ACC schedule to please buckle up. Talking about game times and having some fun, and I had to agree with Rahil on the last point because the Syracuse newbies are looking really good. But I think we have a little bit of a difference here in how we think this non-conference schedule is going to go. You see it on your screen. 9-3. I think this team is going to play really well. You look at the teams ahead of them, the next 3 matchups, Delaware State, Drexel, and Monmouth. The NET rankings takes into account the game results, the strength of schedule, and even more to help determine the NCAA tournament teams. Those next 3 teams, all above 185 in college basketball on that list. And then you take a look at your screen after that. Okay. There's some games coming up. Houston and Kansas, I think those are losses. They're going to play a 3rd team in that tournament in Vegas. I think they win that game, though. I only think the 3 losses are those back-to-back-to-back. Houston, Kansas, Tennessee. 9-3 in non-conference play.